Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review and join the conversation on Instagram at Candy Washington. Let's go!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington, and we are going to have a fun kiki about the latest hot tea that is going on with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Right now, it just seems like the tea is just not going to stop flowing from these ladies. Let me move over. I feel like I'm all the way over. Okay, there we go. But before we get started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and share with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. Yes, it is. But everything that has been popping off and transpiring, all I can say is that a lot of my conspiracy theories are being confirmed. They're coming through. And it's getting on and popping. So as you guys come in, my beautiful candy canes, be sure to put it in the chat box where you're listening from, what your thoughts are, drop your candy canes, and we will get into it. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So first up, my first conspiracy theory that is now being confirmed. Hey Darren, hey, what's up, sweetheart? Hey, how are you? That's right. Drop your candy canes, everybody. As you come in, drop the candy canes. So the first conspiracy theory that is coming through, and let me see if I can put up if I have a good one for it. I don't, but that's okay. Okay, so the first conspiracy theory that is now being, more proven to be true is how I always said that the Fox Force 4 really operated with Lisa Rinna at the head, and then it was Erica and Dorit, and they just pretended and fronted with Kyle, but they didn't actually really like her. So shout out to the real Andy of Beverly Hills. I watched his expose on how Rinna secretly hates Kyle, but I've been saying this for years. It's so, and they're coming out now saying how Lisa has been caught out saying how she doesn't respect Kyle because Kyle lets her disrespect her sisters. Like Kyle gives her the go ahead to go after Kim, to go after Kathy. And so behind the scenes, quiet as it's kept, Lisa is really being like, I don't respect Kyle. You're letting me dog your family out. Why would I respect you? And then also, Lisa was holding a grudge against Kyle during the whole Munchausen scandal with Yolanda because Kyle had let it out how Lisa was the one who said it and all this stuff. And then they were saying how nobody trusted Kyle because Kyle was the one who got that woman fired. What was her name? That Catherine woman fired from the show because Catherine went after Kyle's BFF, Faye. So basically what they're saying is behind the scenes, Dorit doesn't really trust Kyle. Lisa hates Kyle, doesn't respect Kyle. All of this stuff had been bad-mouthing Kyle when Garcelle and Denise first came on the scene. They came, through Lisa Rinna. Hey, Natalia. She goes, Kyle is a fake. Yes, Kyle is a fake. Vio, Kyle, all of that stuff. That's right. But they're saying behind the scenes, Lisa Rinna had been talking a lot of smack about Kyle, and that had kind of tainted Garcelle and Denise against Kyle when they first came on a couple of seasons ago. And we saw that, how they kind of had their weird exchange or whatever. But really, that was Lisa behind the scenes bad-mouthing Kyle. Because if you really think about it, Lisa has always wanted to be the HBIC in charge, but she just can never get there because she's just not that. Hey, Natalia. She goes, I miss your reviews. Really? Well, watch them. I've been reviewing for weeks now, so if you miss my reviews, watch them. Make sure you're notified. I've been reviewing stuff. I've been reviewing. But thank you for joining. It's fun, right? Yeah, it's fun. Okay. Thank you, Natalia. I appreciate that. So, yes. Okay. So, we all know how Lisa Rinna has always really wanted to be the HBIC in charge, right? But she just falls short. She thought that once she dethroned LVP, she would be the HBIC in charge. But nope, it went to Kyle, but nobody actually really likes Kyle. So then behind the scenes, Lisa has been spreading all this stuff. And I have been saying for years, for the whole time I've been reviewing it, that group of girls don't actually like Kyle. They use Kyle because of Kyle's pull that she has at the network. And they know that being on Kyle's side will likely help them to stay on the show and get the bag. But the real alliance, the true alliance, has always been Lisa Rinna, Erica Jane, and Dorit. Hey, beautiful Natalia. She goes, do you want Thinney's back? Because she said she would come back. I do. This is the thing. Like, I don't like Lisa Rinna, and I would prefer to never, ever see her again. But if we really want Lisa Rinna to get her due, I want LVP to come back. I want Denise to come back. I want Garcelle to stay. I want Sutton to stay. And I want Lisa Rinna demoted to friend of. And I want one season where everyone that she has stabbed in the back are full diamond holders getting their full Bravo check, and they are just reading her for filth every single time she comes on the screen. Because there's no other slap in the face of being demoted. Like, now you're a friend of, and now you're gonna watch everybody that you tried to stab in the back, everybody that you tried to play, now go on to have the full diamond status and to make the checks that you so desperately and thirstfully need. You see what I'm saying? I would want one season of that. But again, like I always said, those girls don't really rock with Kyle. They don't really like her. Word on the street, Dorit is, having an affair with her husband, Mauricio. I don't want that to be true, but what's coming out, it's almost giving me those vibes that, like, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Exactly, Darren. I can sense that alliance in season 13. Exactly. Even remember last year when Crystal came on the scene and Sutton was there, and they were doing the fake with Kathy. They were doing the fake shots. And remember, they gave each other the heads up, like, hey, we're not actually really drinking. And being in the guise of like, oh no, we're doing a reverse prank. No, you were giving each other the heads up because they all have a pact. And to me, that's the real reason why Dorit and Rinna were trying to get on Erica about her drinking. Not because they're actually concerned about her, not because they really care that she's being a sloppy train wreck and freak show, not because of any of that, but because they don't want her to drink too much, pop a pill, and start spilling their secrets. That's why they don't drink that much on the show. Dorit, Lisa Rinna, and before Erica, but Erica now is just out of control. The reason why they didn't drink that much on the show was because they always wanted to stay in control, and they never wanted to say something that they would regret. And so since Erica was getting sloppy, blacking out, spilling all the stuff, they're like, listen, boo-boo, you want to get on the show and talk all of your business, go ahead. But you're not going to get on this show and spill all of my tea and spill all of my business. So get it together. So that's one conspiracy theory that's pretty much been confirmed, that their whole alliance isn't really with Kyle. For show it is. On the front side, for show it is. They kiki and laugh and pretend. But the truth is, Teddy's gone. Went from a 5 to a 4, and they don't really mess with Kyle like that. The second conspiracy theory, guys, right? Remember yesterday when I was saying how Bravo is now trying to distance itself from Diana? They're allegedly tomorrow there's not going to be a show. They're going to take a week hiatus and then come back next week, and all that stuff, and how they were planting these fake press releases about the real reason why Diana joined the show was to promote Asher and his music. Why else would she come on the show if she has all of these skeletons in her closet? Because, allegedly she's a child sex trafficker and all this stuff, and how Bravo really isn't looking good right now. Well, that is now being more confirmed. Now it's being dropped that allegedly Bravo is now trying to get in on exposing, Diana through the show. That, like, if they keep Diana on, next season, or if, they're going to do re-edits coming up which is why they're taking the hiatus this week. And so like they're probably re-editing the show now to show more of Diana's past, to show more of people questioning her, being like, no, we're helping. We know that there are investigations going on. We call her the Diana Ghislaine Maxwell behind the scenes, everything going on with like Dan Schneider, who's like a producer for like all those like Disney shows. Like he is being investigated because allegedly he would provide, like the Disney kids and the Nickelodeon kids. Because remember, Diana was pimping out starlets like Lindsay Lohan's and Hayden Panettiere and Amanda Bynes, and all three of those people have lost their minds. They've been able to pick back the pieces, some of them, but you're kind of like, And then remember Corey Haim came out and said all about the stuff that he went through and the whole book, Room 23 stuff, where they're like, oh, I want this one, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one, right? Anyway, so all of these people are allegedly being investigated, right? The Dan Snyder, who's the producer over there who was like supplying like the Disney and the Nickelodeon kids, Diana Jenkins and the, R. Kellys and the, all of those type of people, like allegedly there's all of these like investigations going on behind the scenes. And Bravo is now trying to come out and say, well, we're going to help to expose Diana. If we keep her on the show, or how we do the re-edit, if she gets, arrested on the show, it'll be like a Jen Shah moment, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And I'm kind of just like, you know what? I don't know if I believe this, but if this is Bravo's strategy, then Bravo is more corrupt and dumber than I thought. If this is the true truth, because again, this has been leaked out in the press, you guys can Google it and all that stuff, how now they're saying like Bravo was working with them to expose Diana because, they want to say, she's out here, all this stuff, they're on the side of good, and then they'll get a lot of ratings and clicks and views the way everybody did, Erica's legal scandal blew up Beverly Hills ratings, and, Jen Shah being arrested, and this whole season of her battling the court and then pleading guilty, and that's going to be huge for Salt Lake City's ratings, allegedly. But this leaves a really bad and foul taste in my mouth. Because one, hey Farrah. Farrah says, hello, what I miss? Oh girl, come on in. Hey Farrah, all reality show producers and channels are corrupt. Listen, it's crazy out there. Like, that's why I'm sitting here like, let me just continue to work for myself, because it's real. Natasha says, yeah, right. I know. Hey Farrah, they play everyone against each other for ratings. 100%. 100%. And let me get to where I was saying about the conspiracy theory. So if you guys missed it, I did a big deep dive into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills yesterday. And in that deep dive, I said how the producers and the network executives, they're all catching up to us, how we're reacting. They, for whatever reason, are tone deaf. They don't have a pulse on how people are reacting. And so now they have to take this week hiatus to do the edits. Now they have to be out there, no, Bravo on the side of good, exposing Diana Jenkins, blah, 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 blah. We know that there's all these investigations going on. No, miss me with that, Bravo. Miss me with that. This is what is really happening, guys, allegedly, in my opinion. Bravo knew exactly who Diana Jenkins was. And this is proven because on the early episodes of this season, right? They talked about the book. They talked about the scandal around the book. And the producer in the confessional made some type of remark or asked Diana, oh, so you're not like a trafficker, you're not like a madam, or you don't do all this stuff. And she had that fake smile on her face, and she's like, no. So Bravo, you've already told on yourself. You already knew. You knew the allegations were out there. You knew what was going on, and you hired her anyway. So now what I think Bravo is trying to do is they're trying to lessen their liability. I don't know if there's a legal liability. I don't know if it's illegal to hire someone who is allegedly a child sex trafficker. I don't know if that's illegal, but I know it's morally wrong and morally corrupt. And I know that in 2022, the advertisers on the shows, the investors on the shows are not going to want to be associated with someone who is being alleged child trafficker right up there with Jeffrey Epstein. So now I think Bravo is trying to save face. This whole fake narrative about Bravo wants to expose Diana Jenkins. They know the investigations are going on. They want to help out. They want to do this. All of that is one big fat Bravo trying to save face because we, the fans, called them the F out and we were like, this is disgusting. Why did you hire an alleged sex trafficker on our TV? And then also on the other hand, we don't want to see this. I'll speak for myself. I don't want to see a Bravo takedown of Diana Jenkins. That's not what I signed up for. If I want to watch criminals being taken down, I'll watch Cops. I'll watch the Discover. I'll watch, true crime investigation channel. This is not what I signed up for. When did Bravo become the feds? When did The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills become a show about catching alleged child traffickers? Miss me with this mess, Bravo. Miss me. I don't know who is doing PR for Bravo. They must think we're really stupid. They must think we're Boo Boo the Fool. But if this is true about Bravo's alleged trying to now expose Diana Jenkins, you're showing me even more how evil and corrupt and how much you literally miss the mark when it comes to our moral compass and how we feel. Number one, you're lying. You weren't going to try to expose Diana Jenkins. You thought we wouldn't care that there was allegations about her being a sex trafficker, that it would bring more ratings in, but we wouldn't care. But we do care because guess what? We don't like it when children are exploited for sex. That's not okay, Bravo. And Bravo, you knew because it was on camera that you knew. So they can't cry, oh, we didn't know. You knew because you talked about it on the confessional and you talked about the book. So you knew. Now you're trying to backtrack and trying to spin it. Nobody wants to watch Diana Jenkins get arrested on TV. Nobody wants to watch a Bravo takedown. That's not what Bravo is. That's not what this show is. Now you're trying to clean up and act like we're stupid and play in our faces, Bravo. We're not stupid. Stop playing in our face. If you need a better PR strategy, you can call me because I have a lot of ideas, but this one wasn't it, guys. This one was not it. This wasn't it. I don't know who thought to put this fake news out being like Bravo is now going to expose Diana Jenkins, like somehow Bravo has the power that the federal government has. I'm really super confused. You're not the FBI, you're not the CIA, you're not the feds, you're not even the IRS. What are you talking about, Bravo? You're trying desperately to clean up what the mess you've made, but you're doing it the wrong way. Bravo, I'm going to tell you what you should have done. This is what you should have done, Bravo. This is some free PR advice, okay? Free PR advice. This is what you should have done. I'm going to take it from the point of you already messed up and you already hired her. Because what you should have done was never hired her in the first place. But here we are. Since you've already messed up and hired her, and now you realize that we, the audience, actually care about children being exploited for sex, young women being exploited for sex, young men being exploited for sex, anybody in this world being exploited for sex, we kind of have a problem with that. Now that you know we have a problem with it, instead of these fake storylines about she came on the show to promote Asher's music, that's a bunch of BS. She didn't need the show for that. She literally created a record company for him. Miss me with that one. Instead of now coming out with these fake, storyline or PR press releases that, people are actually buying for whatever reason, I don't know, that now all of a sudden Bravo wants to be the white knight and expose Diana Jenkins and have her exposed on the show and all of this stuff for clicks, views, and ratings, and to pretend like you actually have a moral compass. Instead of doing all of that BS, Bravo, what you should have did was came out and said, you know what? We put our hands up. We had a misjudgment. We had an error of judgment when we made the decision to hire someone who was under allegations, who was under investigation, for child sex trafficking. We hold our hands up. We are accountable. We made a mistake. We were wrong. Moving forward, she will no longer appear on the show. We will edit out her scenes, and we will turn over all of our footage to the appropriate authorities who may be investigating what has been going on. We will do better. We admit we messed up. This is not what we stand for. This is not who we are. That is what Bravo should have done. But this hot mess lies of now you're saying you're trying to be the white knight and you're trying to expose Diana Jenkins and all this stuff. Expose her? No, you're not. Because the other blind item came out that you were deleting scenes. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. There was a blind item that came out that Bravo was deleting scenes that talked about Diana's background because they realized, oh, wait a minute, we effed up by actually hiring her because the audience is not buying this. The audience is not buying this. And they did, and you're right, they did exactly, you guys, exactly. We see what you guys are saying. I love my beautiful candy canes. What is up? What is up? What is up? What you guys are saying. Okay. Hey, Natoski. In fact, some of the top players at NBC Bravo might be Diana's customers. You know what? Listen, you said it. I don't want them coming after me. Don't take the little things I got. But that's what I'm saying. Because it's just like we said before, when it came to Epstein, how come none of his clients were ever, what's the word I'm looking for? Gone to trial, persecuted. How come none of the clients are persecuted? You're right. Hey, for 100%, if Diana's exposed, they could be next. Exactly. I don't know what they're thinking. This is the thing. I don't know why they think that they can be on reality TV or hire people for reality TV and this stuff is not going to come out. It's 2022. Nothing is a secret now. What you ate for breakfast when you were 5 years old is on the internet somewhere. Hey, Natoski, it's like Elaine Maxwell holding a diamond. I'm sorry, what? Exactly. And now Bravo is trying to backpedal and be like, oh, behind the scenes, the producers call her, Diana Ghislaine Jenkins. Well, if behind the scenes, the producers are calling her Ghislaine, why did you hire her? Why did you hire an alleged child, young person, vulnerable person, sex trafficker and put her on our screen? And not only put her on our screen, but actually give her a paycheck. Diana isn't working for free. As allegedly as rich she is, she's not working for free. Bravo, NBC Universal is cutting her a check. We can't forget about that part too. So you're not only putting her on our screen, but you're paying an alleged child sex trafficker on top of that. I don't care how much money she claims to have. Diana is not working for free. So they're paying her. That's disgusting. Hinataski, if the Diana goes down, so should Sean Penn. Bloop. But that's what I'm saying. There's so many of these people, celebrities, politicians, executives, wealthy men, blah, 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 wealthy women. I'm not discounting women. Women, we get down and dirty and nasty and trifling and evil too. Shay B says, shame on you, Bravo. Exactly. Hey, Farrah, there's a rumor that I've seen about Diana Shayness was cut from the edits, allegedly. Exactly. Yes, that's what I was saying. So this is the thing, Bravo. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You can't say now you're working to expose her when previously you protected her. Why was that scene cut out? Why was the scene cut? Why didn't we see it in the season? The same thing they did with Lisa Rinna, right? The same thing they did with Lisa Rinna when they had cut out the scene when she confessed to lying on Harry about the whole Garcelle Saw situation. They cut that scene, but then they leaked it once Rinna fell out of favor. So now that Diana's out of favor, all of a sudden now you want to expose her? But yet you thought it was a good idea to pay her, cast her, and also protect her. But now you're saying this. Bravo, miss me with this BS. Aaron says, also, Andy hasn't invited Dirty Diana and Watch What Happens Live. because they don't want the mask. They're trying to figure out a way to get out of the crap they stepped in themselves. And the way that they should have gotten out of it was just owning it. Not to quote Rinna, because Rinna, I don't quote her, but just to own it. You know, you guys, we made an error in judgment. It was a grave error in judgment, because they can't say they didn't know. It's on footage that they knew. They asked her questions about it. They talked about it in the confessional. They can cry ignorance with Jen Shaw, but they can't cry, and even with Erica to a certain extent. A certain extent. But they can't cry ignorance with Diana. You can't have a confessional where a producer is literally asking her questions about being a child trafficker, about her book basically being a call sheet for the people she's pimping out. You can't cry ignorance when you already exposed that. That's how you know Bravo is sloppy and they don't get it. That's how you know they're sloppy and they just don't get it. You exposed yourself that you knew, then you're deleting scenes, and now you're claiming you're working with the feds. Like, get out of here, Bravo. Hey, Atoski, record company, laundering company. Exactly, 100%. Hey, Farrah, Real House of Beverly has become so dirty, to be honest. Rinna, Diana, and Erica, it's been really disgusting. Really, really disgusting. And also, Shay B says they had to know her background. They didn't. 100% they did know. They showed it on the show. In the confessionals, they were asking about it. You know? Hey, Farrah, bring back Kim to put Rinna in her place. Bloop. Oh, yeah, I want Kim back, too. Then LVP and Denise, and I want to see those two tag team him. Yes, we need Kim, LVP, Denise, Garcelle, and Sutton demote Rinna so she can see everybody else in their glory and just let them come for her. Yes, Shay, full transparency. Exactly. Hey, Farrah, yes, this blind item has been leaked. Exactly. So now all of a sudden, Bravo wants to leak footage. Bravo wants to leak, you know, this is another reason why I know. This is another reason why I know Bravo is trying to play in our face with this. If your intention, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt for only to illustrate my point, how ridiculous this situation is. Bravo, if your intention was to work to expose Diana, you know, you're actually working on the side of good, why would you leak this and give her the heads up? Where'd they do that at? On what planet would someone who was saying, I am working to expose an alleged criminal, then go and show their hand to bloggers and YouTubers and the media and to the press? So Bravo, again, your story doesn't make sense and the math isn't mathing. If you are legitimately trying to expose her, why would you tip your hand? And now I'm talking about it. Everybody else is talking about it. There's blogs and there's other YouTubers talking about it. If you're actually working to expose someone, isn't secrecy the number one thing? Isn't secrecy the number one thing if you are truly trying to collect dirt and expose someone? Why would you ever, you know, put out this fake, phony information thinking that we're going to believe this stuff about you're trying to expose her? If you're trying to expose her, why do you tell us? Because if you're telling us, you're telling her. Makes no sense. None of this makes any sense. They're lying. They're lying. They're putting together these weird, wacky things that make no sense. Bravo, you're sloppy. I'm telling you, Bravo, seriously, you could fire your whole PR team and hire me because I can help you get out of this. Because the gag is honesty, humility, and decency will always get you further and faster in life than all of this lying, deceit, dirtiness, you know, thinking we're fools, trying to manipulate and control people, because we're not dumb. Bravo, what you are putting out makes no sense. The only sense it makes is that you knew she was an alleged child sex trafficker and you hired her anyway, and you underestimated how we would respond. And now you're trying to clean up the mess you made. but you're just making a bigger mess. Because you're not using clean towels, you're using dirty towels to clean up your mess. And that's why it's getting dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. But I promise you, honesty, decency, and humility will always get you further and faster in life. Always. So Bravo, I don't know what you're doing. Maybe they're drunk and high off of, Nini's dismissal. Because Nini didn't get no money. As she shouldn't have, in my personal opinion. I don't think she should have got a bag, and she didn't. She didn't. Hey, Tracy, what happened to background checks? Exactly. The thing is, they did the background check because they were checking her in the confessional. So they knew. That's the whole thing. That's why they're now doing this weird, we're trying to expose her BS, planting stories with different, bloggers and content creators, because they can't not say they didn't know, because we already saw on camera that they did know. Bravo would not be like, oh, we're trying to expose her, if they had the option to fake ignorance, like they did with Jen Shaw, like they did with Teresa, like they did with Erica. Do I think some people at Bravo knew that those people were fake, phony, and frauds? 100%. But did they have cover? Did they have plausible deniability? Yes. But they do not when it comes to Diana Jenkins, because they already showed us on camera that they knew. You can't ask somebody a question in the confessional and then turn around and say you had no idea. It's on camera. We saw it. Stop playing in our face, Bravo. Hey, Shay B, whoever is looking into background check should be investigated too. 100%. Hey, Tracy, I noticed that, and she has not been on Watch What Happens Live. Exactly. Because he doesn't want the smoke. Nobody wants that type of smoke right now. Nobody. There's levels. I mean, there shouldn't be, but there is. There's levels to criminality. There's levels to the scandal, and it doesn't get any more bottom of the barrel than trafficking children for sex. That's a different level of hell. That's a whole new level of hell. So I get it. He didn't mind having Jen Shaw on there. He didn't mind having Erica on there. He didn't mind having Teresa back with open arms. She's still a favorite of his, right? But I think even with there's certain, I can't even. Hey, Shay B, I think there's going to be a lot of deleted scenes this season. 100%. Hey, Vera Reason, Lisa Rinna. Remember when Denise said, don't make me show my receipts? Yup, that was allegedly about her knowing about Erica and Tom's upcoming troubles or something that effect. Rinna is dirty too. Rinna is so dirty. I believe that 100%. Rinna is so dirty. We talked about that at the top of this recap. I'll say it super quick. But I had been saying for years how the whole Fox Force 4 whatever, they don't really mess with Kyle, because Rinna doesn't actually really like Kyle. And now it's all coming out how behind the scenes, everyone has been saying how Lisa has been bad-mouthing Kyle, saying she doesn't respect her and all this stuff. Hey, Farrah, don't forget Rinna brought Diana on. Exactly. And don't forget Rinna was in her book. You want to tell me, again, this is alleged in my opinion, Rinna was in the book. Do I think Rinna is above selling her body for a check? She was in the book. She was in the book. Hey, Gloria. She goes, hello, Candace. How are you? I'm good. Hello, chat. What's up, you guys? Hey, sweetheart. What's up? We're hanging. We're having a fun kiki. We're doing our part 2 of this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills tea. We're getting into it. Hey, what's up? Hey, Shay B, I'm even sickened that they are paying Erica to be on our screens. Exactly. Why is Erica getting a check? Why has that check not been garnished to go to the victims? It's crazy to me. Erica's getting a check. Diana's getting a check. And this is the thing. It has really, Bravo, this franchise, Beverly Hills, and honestly all of them, to be perfectly honest, has really lost the way, lost the plot, lost everything. You know what I mean? Because now we're not watching, we're not going in to do any of that stuff because it's entertaining, because it's aspirational, because it's an escape. Now it's just like watching a train wreck. What's going to happen next in like a negative, toxic way? You know what I mean? Like it's not the same anymore. I don't want to watch an alleged sex trafficker on my screen. I don't want to watch a narcissistic woman who literally stole her entire lifestyle with blood money. I don't want to watch, an evil, psychotic Lisa Rinna be that evil and dirty on our screens. Like, that's not enjoyable. Do you know what I mean? They really lost their way. But let's talk about the other sickening thing. So allegedly. Oh wait, let me finish your comments and then we'll move on to the next thing. But I want to make sure I get everybody gets seen and heard. Hey, Farrah Shay, this is our own ratings and benefit. Remember, she talks about it whenever she's on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They went from fun 50-year-old drama to all this airy crap. Exactly. Hey, Cal. She goes, Rinna did Playboy as well. Exactly. Hey, Farrah, that book is a lot of people I never thought of. Ashanti was shocking to me. Because what? But think about it. No. Thank you, Farrah, for bringing that up. Because think about it, right? Who was that person's name? rhobh Gotti? Didn't rhobh Gotti come out talking about how he was sleeping with Ashanti, but wasn't Ashanti like 17 at the time? This grown man was sleeping with Ashanti and she was like 17. And this is another thing. I'll segue into the other Garcelle thing I was gonna talk about. But with that, I'm gonna say alleged. But we all know the horror stories about people in the entertainment industry. You know what I mean? Music, athletes, actors, politicians. I put politician in entertainment because they're all clowns. They're all actors. You know what I'm saying? How they get to where they are, and then when they have it, what they do to other people. We've all heard all of the Weinstein, all of the casting couch. The director sleeping with the lead actress who's like 17 and he's like 65. We've all heard about the music executive sleeping with the young and up and coming music girls, right? And all of that stuff. Even the boys, they do it to our boys too. So am I surprised Ashanti's in there? No. She was sleeping with, and I'm not victim shaming. I'm putting Ashanti in the category of a victim. When I say this, I want to make that very, very clear. I'm putting her in the victim category. She was sleeping with rhobh Gotti when she was underage. And he was a grown man. You see what I'm saying? So it's just it's so corrupt. Vera says, yes, that's true, right? A lot of them, look at Aaliyah and R. Kelly. You see what I'm saying? He hinted that album was about him, LOL. He needs to just go away. He needs to go to jail too. This is another thing. How are these people who are out here confirming through their own mouth that they did statutory R word to underage girls, and there's nothing? I don't know if the statute of limitation has run out, but what the heck? It's crazy. Hey, Shaby, yes, that's a whole other video for days. Ashanti, 100%. 100%. Okay. Let's get back to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So another disgusting thing that came out, and let me know if you guys think this is true or not. So Garcelle's son, who is 14, he is a child, is now getting harassed online. There was a bunch of, I'm not going to call them Bravo fans because I think that they were bots. Allegedly, Erica, or maybe no, allegedly, I think it was Diana and Rinna, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was Erica too. Bots to basically cyberbully Garcelle's son. And the reason why I think it's true that Rinna and Diana are behind it, and it's not just random bots, it's not just random whatever, is because you know me. I don't believe in a coincidence, but I always believe in a conspiracy. So it's no coincidence that after the last couple of days, with all of the backlash Diana and Lisa Rinna and Erica have been getting, with all of the shine and support and glow Garcelle is getting, that all of a sudden, it just so happens now that these bots are going after Garcelle's son, that whole thing had died down. But now all of a sudden, the timing to me, it's the timing. If he had been, I know that there was some stuff going on when the episode first aired, but then it died down. They moved on to other things. If this had been ongoing, continuous, sure. But you're not going to tell me that he had no bots going after him. There was nobody harassing him. Now, all of a sudden, they're coming for him randomly. Miss me with that. I don't believe in the coincidence. I believe in the conspiracy. Another reason why I know it was Rinna. Rinna took to her Instagram stories with her fake snake self being like, you know, guys, like, we're just here to have fun. We're just doing a job. You know, you guys, don't go after the kids. The kids are off limits. Like, why can't you just laugh with us? You know, why can't you just look at it like wrestling, you know? Just the kids are off limit, you guys, with Garcelle and going after, you know, Portia. Going after Portia. Rinna, shut up. We all know you're behind this. And that's another reason people always tell themselves. I think that if Rinna had not been behind this, and it really was just a random coincidence that now all of a sudden there is these bots going after Garcelle's son, I don't think Lisa Rinna would have said a damn thing. Lisa Rinna does not care about Garcelle. Lisa Rinna does not care about Garcelle's son. I think if it was actually unrelated, Rinna would have said nothing. She would have kept on her Lisa Rinna rant and would have kept it popping and pushing. She would not have said anything. She didn't say anything before. She didn't say anything before when people were talking about Portia. She didn't say anything before when people were talking about Garcelle's son with the Erica thing. So why are you saying it now all of a sudden, huh? Did you create the fire so then you could go put it out and act like you were saving someone, act like you care? You telling yourself, Rinna, you're not a person who actually cares about anybody other than yourself. So the timing to me is not a coincidence. And the fact that Rinna is now trying to come out, trying to get some brownie points. Because do you care about Garcelle and her son? No. Are you now trying to win favor with the audience because you know that you're about to be fired? Yes. Yes. So I believe it. I think that they got together, they bought some bots to go after that little boy. And I'm tired of people talking about, oh, Portia's so young. You know, Portia's a child. Portia and Garcelle's son are a couple of months apart. She's 13, he's 14. They're the same. So if you're going to get on here talking about Portia's such a child, Portia's so little Portia, then you need to give that same grace, consideration, and understanding to Garcelle's son, who was also a child. Just because he's black, just because he's a male, does not mean he's not a child, because he is. So some of these people on here, I'm not going to say any names, some of these people on here who are coddling Portia, oh, Portia's so little, Portia's a child, but yet they act like, you know, somehow Jax should not be given the same grace and understanding and common decency that any child should get. They need to miss me with that one. They need to miss me with that one. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. You can't be like, poor Portia. Oh, but Jax, you know, no, Jax is a child as well. Portia should be protected, but so should Jax. And Garcelle, I love you. If you ever watch my videos, hear me when I say this. I need you to put your foot all the way into Lisa and Erica and Diana. I need you to really put your foot into these women, because now they already crossed the line, but this is a different type of line. When they, I'll say it, allegedly have paid bots to go after your child. Listen, if I was Garcelle, I would hire, I don't know if it's a cyber team, I don't know, but I would hire someone who could crack the case to figure out where these bots came from. because I don't think that they're Bravo fans. I don't think they're us. You know, is everybody Team Garcelle? No. You know, do some people support Rinna, Erica, and Diana? Sure. But I just don't think it's anybody from like the Bravo world, like actually like us, going after Jax. That I just don't believe. I really do believe they planted that to go after that little boy. I really do. I really do. And Garcelle, you need to put your foot all the way in these nasty, tired, disgusting, thirsty women. Like, it's really disgusting. Okay, that's what you guys are saying. Hey, Gloria. She goes, I hate the way they are treating Garcelle, and trolls coming after Garcelle's 14-year-old son is disgusting. It is disgusting. He's a child. He's a child. It's insane. Shay B says, my heart hurt so bad when I heard that. Mine too. Mine too. And again, I don't want to make everything a black and white thing, but you got to call a thing a thing. Hey, Baka. Baka says, hey. Darren says, my heart broke after seeing all those comments. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. I don't, you guys know me. I think I'm pretty, I think I'm pretty, I have a pretty good perspective on things, right? When it's about race and when it's not about race. Right now, I do think that there is a race component when it comes to Garcelle's son. There is the stereotype phenomenon, I don't know what the correct word is, where Black children are, I don't know what the word is, adultified, where it's like, we're not treated like we're children. We're not treated like kids. We're not treated like we need protection or we need security or we need safety or we shouldn't be exposed to certain things or that, you know, that we don't get treated the same way. We're also, you know, hyperly sexualized. You know, we could wear the same exact outfit as, you know, a white person or an Asian person or whatever person. And the way it's received, the connotation is completely different. And I don't think it's a fluke that Portia is a 13-year-old white girl and Jax is a 14-year-old Black boy. And I'm not saying us because we protect him, we love him, we know, but I don't think it's a fluke that the way that they have been received has been different. I do think there is a racial component to it. 100%. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Farrah, Rinna's Harry Hammond issues need to be a storyline with Oliver. Own it. B instead of going after kids. Exactly. And you remember how Lisa Rinna, with her fake Lionel, tried to get ahead of how everyone saw how Harry Hamlin had like acrylic nails? How you doing, Harry? So she made it up like, oh, he plays the guitar, so that's why he gets his acrylic nails. It's like, no, he gets his acrylic nails because he's hanging out with his boyfriend in Canada, allegedly. And honestly, Harry, I don't blame you. It's like a Dr. Damon situation. When you're married to the devil, I don't mind that the husbands find their own happiness. I don't mind that the husbands live their own truths. I'm okay with that. When you're married to the devil, I'm okay with you finding your own peace in this world. You know what I mean? I'm okay with Harry living his truth, being who he is, finding happiness with whoever he finds it with, wherever he finds it with. I'm Team Harry. Tracy says, how old are these women? Unreal. These women are like in their 50s and 60s. Literally, it's insane. Hey, Farrah, cannot believe. Exactly, 50-year-old behave this way. Exactly. Hey, Farrah, I don't want Rinna fired. We need redemption of her behavior. Rinna takedown is needed. That's what I'm saying. I want her demoted to friend of. And then we need Kim, LVP, Denise, Sutton, Garcelle to come in swinging and take her out every time they see her. There needs to be a shot fired. Every single time. Hey, Shay B, Rinna will throw her good friends under the bus. Imagine what she would do to an enemy. I don't trust Rinna. She's evil to me. Hey, Farrah, I'm sorry I sound so awful. She irks me to no end. You don't sound awful. I'm going off. You sound sane. You sound like a sane, decent human being. Hey, Shay B, Portia gets a pass. You said it. Hey, Darren, it's go time now, Garcelle. Exactly. Hey, Pink Dynamite. Life is going to put its foot in their behinds. Yes, it will, because you know what? It's like they said, karma knows everybody's address. Karma knows everybody's address, and you guys are gonna get it. Okay. Hey, Shapey, I have chills thinking about this flipping mess. I know, it's sick. It's so sick. It's so, like, when you really think about it. Hey, Shapey, my sister lives near Garcelle, and her boys are well respected by so many. Yes. Because Garcelle is a class act all the way around, and all of her boys, Oliver and her 2 sons, are great children. Hey, Miss D, she goes, oh my God. Hello, Candy the Candy Canes. Hey, sweetheart. Baka says, sorry I missed it. What happened? Oh man, we got into it. Hey, Darren Hood, Rinna's the oldest and acting childish, right? Miss T, what did I miss? You have to go back again for replay. We were talking about Garcelle's son, Jax, and how allegedly Rinna and Diana hired trolls and bots to basically cyberbully him. And the reason why I believe that they really did this, I'll just say it really quickly for people who just came back in the room, so I'm not repeating myself or anybody else. I'm sorry. The reason why I really think that they are behind this is, one, the timing. Why now are trolls randomly going after Jax? That does not make sense. Why now is because Rinna and Diana and Dorit are realizing that their ship is sailing, they're up Schitt's Creek, and they're about to be out. And they're doing everything they can to stay on the show. And also because Rinna did her Instagram story statement trying to like defend the kids. Rinna doesn't care. Talking about, why can't you just like us? Kids are off limits. Treat it like wrestling. Basically being like, don't you realize all of this is fake? Why can't you just pretend like, why can't you just realize all of it's fake? Because wrestling's fake, right? So basically what Lisa Rinna was saying, why can't you just laugh along with us? Because all of this is fake and don't go after the kids. I don't think Lisa Rinna really cares. I think she put the statement out to be strategic because she planted it. And you also want to know who is ironically and noticeably silent in all of this? Where has been Dorit? I'll wait. Where is Dorit? I haven't heard a peep out of her after she went off on Dana Wilkie when Dana Wilkie was talking about her alleged affair with Mauricio. After that, where is Dorit? Where's Crystal? Well, Crystal is off of Twitter, but still. People are noticeably silent right now. People are noticeably silent. Hey, Farah. Because Miss T, we're going in on Diana and Rinna. Yes, the devil spawned and spawning. We were calling them out on it. Exactly. Hey, Miss T. So is so on push. I think they're on pause this week because I think that they need to re-edit. I think that's what they're doing. I think they probably thought that us viewers were going to swallow all of their BS storylines. They were going to swallow all of this, whatever stuff. And and we just haven't. And it's all kind of blown up in their face. And I think now Bravo is probably doing a lot of damage control. They're probably trying to spin this in a PR way. And they're probably doing a lot of re-edits. Because they're realizing that we're onto them. So they probably took the week off to re-edit. Particularly because what's coming up now, posting closet videos. Exactly, Dorit, get out of here. Wow, damn it, I missed it. Oh, Miss T, watch the replay. Hey, Connie. She goes, when are you going to do the next live stream? I'm going to do another one either later today on, are we watching Married to Medicine? I watched the last episode, and I was supposed to do that at 2 o'clock, actually, instead of this one. But it was so boring. Put it in the chat box. Do you want me to do the last episode of Married to Medicine recap live? It was so boring. But be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss it when I go live. And if you're having a fun kiki, be sure to like this video. Hey, Miss T, they definitely need to pause. They do. They do. They need to pause. And I think they're going back. I think they're getting all of their ducks in a row. I think they're coming up with a way to cover themselves. And I think that they're re-editing. Because now, as we see, all of a sudden now, there's all these leaked, deleted scenes. And now the blind item came out accusing them of protecting what's her name, Dirty Diana. They're doing damage control. They're doing damage control, especially now that the Aspen trip is coming up. I bet you they're re-editing the Aspen trip. And they better not re-edit it to favor these nasty women. They better not. I'm being really mad at them. So what else happened, you guys? What else is going on? Garcelle's son, unfortunately. I'll speak on this super quickly. Diana, shut up. Shut up, Diana. I am so sick and tired of her making up the most ridiculous things to go after Garcelle about. She was on Twitter posting non-receipts, talking about, why is Garcelle bullying me because I misspelled her name, talking about my miscarriage? Why is she ridiculing me over having a miscarriage? Girl, do you think anybody under God's beautiful sun, God's beautiful blue skies, believes for one iota of a second that Garcelle, by any stretch of the imagination, was ever bullying or ridiculing you over a miscarriage? That doesn't even sound right, make sense, anything. You're reaching. I'm so confused. I guess it's because, thank you God, I have a sound mind and a clear mind, because I don't understand the craziness of someone who is under fire for child sex trafficking allegations, that your number one concern is copying and pasting tweets about a beautiful woman who has done nothing to you, about the way you misspelled her name. What? That literally blows my mind. Literally blows my mind. If I were Diana, I would be, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Thank God I am not anything like that. Because the stuff she did, the stuff she's been accused of is so dark and dirty. Like, I really have to, when I talk about it, I gotta stay prayed up, because when you really think about the evilness of what the allegations are against her, like, it is truly evil to sell children for sex. That is a different type of evil. So even talking about it, I have to really stay prayed up, even thinking about it. But if I were Diana, it makes me want to vomit. I promise you, the last thing I would be doing would be having a Twitter war with someone. I would quietly be getting multiple passports, different my face, different names. I would be quietly getting some liquid cash, some actual stacks in different currencies. And I would quietly be packing my bag. I would be quietly Googling which countries do not extradite back to the US or back to Bosnia or whatever the hell she was. And I would be out. I would be out, because this is the thing. They're coming for you, Diana. They better be coming for you. There can't be this much talk about these allegations against this woman and nothing happened. In my gut, I think there probably is an investigation going on against her. But unlike Bravo's stupid self with their fake storylines, the actual authorities are not going to put it on the blogs. The actual authorities is not going to be tweeting and telling YouTubers about this, okay? The actual authorities are actually going to do their job, keep it under wraps, build up their case. Diana, you're crazy. But we already knew you were evil, but now I know you're stupid. Because if I was under the allegations you're under, sweetheart, I would be out. I would be out. The last thing I would be doing was being a pick-me to Erica Girardi, who needs to also go to jail, and to Lisa Rinna, who needs to go to moral jail because she just sucks as a human being. The last thing I would be doing would be being a pick-me to these women and then tweeting non-receipts about a spelling error against beautiful, gorgeous Garcelle. That is the last thing I would be doing. Quiet as it's kept, I would be the hell out. I would be like, Bravo, don't call me, don't talk to me. All my social media accounts deactivated. Multiple passports, multiple identities, stacks on stacks on stacks, pesos, euros, USD, Morocco, whatever you want to call it. And I would be out. I would be out. Diana, you're the dumbest person on this planet. I don't understand how you do not understand that they are coming from you. And the people that are coming from you, it ain't Bravo, babe. It ain't Bravo. But no, you're sitting up here wasting your time attacking a beautiful woman and her son instead of having the wherewithal to know that your days are numbered, sweetheart. You learn nothing from Jen Shah? And Jen Shah's, quite as kept, Jen Shah stuff was not as insidious and widespread and as long-term and as, public and just almost like a common knowledge, open secret thing as your stuff. But somehow you think you're going to get out of this unscathed. Girl, you crazy, you dumb, you stupid. But you know what? Keep being dumb, keep being stupid, because you need to get caught. And you need to go to jail, and you need to go away. But, I just can't. I literally just can't. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying on the chat box. Okay. Crystal, I'll give a pass to. Me too. I'm giving Crystal a pass too. She probably is in a toxic environment and can't deal. Dorit's rumors with Mao is probably the reason why she is silent, doesn't want to be in the hot seat next. Very true. Very true. And I didn't want to believe it, but the way she smelled him and kissed him, I was like, it was too intimate. It was too intimate. Hey, Misty, Bravo needs to get together. Yes, they do. Dorit is dealing with PTSD. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Darren had said yes. Okay, so I will review it, you guys. I will review it. Miss T, yes, I watched it, but not much happened, right? Not that much happened. But as if you guys join me for the kiki, then I'll do it because then we can talk to each other. Okay, Pink Dynamo, she goes, I like the last episode. Okay, so we'll do it. We'll do it. Hey, Farrah, they need to do the re-edits and give us actual content. Exactly. I don't want to see Asher Singh and Kyle go to lunches, which are a snooze fest. 100%. Hey, Vaca. Oh, you got to check out Indian Matchmaker on Netflix. LOL. Yes, I saw that. I will. I'll check it out. I'll check it out and see. Hey, Shay B. Andy is off doing damage control. Yes. They're probably with their lawyers, too, being like, are we liable? You know what I mean? Hey, Connie. She goes, Diana, shut up, right? Shut up, Diana. Ms. T, Married to Medicine was, those ladies act like they've never been out. Right? That's what I was kind of like, I don't know about this. But if you guys want me to do the recap, I will do it for you guys because I'm back. Hey, Shay B, that's the worst you can come up with regarding Garcelle. You're reaching, you're stretching, you're trying to have a moment, but you can't have one. Like, it's too much. Hey, Ms. T, Diana went on a rant about all she did for Black people. Diana, shut up. Diana, shut up. Hey, Farrah. Yeah, she did, Ms. T. And did you see what she said on the show? I'd go on an island. They wouldn't be able to find me. And there are rumors about a hidden island in her trafficking. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Yep. She is disgusting and dumb. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Shay B. Dana probably already has all that ready. Yeah. Yeah. They said, she just said that she had the island and stuff ready. Hey, Kathy Smith, fame really is the most addictive drug to mankind. 100%. It's one thing to be wealthy, it's another thing to be famous. It's a totally different type of drug, 100%. Is there anything else with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that we did not talk about? Talk about Garcelle's son, Lisa Rinna being horrible, all that stuff. I think we did it, you guys. So we'll have to see. Will they be back next week? You know what's going to happen with that, with the new edits of the show, everything going on. But Bravo, get it together. Bravo, honestly, the best thing you can do is just to be honest and transparent. What you're doing now, it's a mess. It's a mess. Get it together, Bravo. Get it together. All right, you guys, I love you. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. And yeah, oh, and check out the description box. We have tons of stuff. We have podcasts, books, movies, merchandise, free stuff, all of it. So be sure to check out everything in the show notes. And as always, I love you, my beautiful candy canes. Take care of yourself and each other. And watch out for the scammers out there. But love yourself, love each other, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go!